right, good morning. It's about 5:15. We just pulled in the parking lot. Today you're coming with me to see a day in the life of a PGA Master Professional. This is my favorite time of the morning. The sun hasn't come up. Things are nice and peaceful. The golf course looks great. The guys are out getting the golf course ready. You have to be a morning person to be a PGA golf professional. Let's go. Main reason I get here so early is to get the office work done before the employees and customers start to show up. I can get things ready so that when the employees get here, they can hit the ground running. They're off to start their day to help the golfers. And by the time the golfers get here, I'm out of the office and out here with them right where I need to be. Behind the desk, unfortunately, is necessary. I'm the general manager here at Eaglewood Golf Course, so it does require quite a bit of office time, but I try not to spend more than an hour at a time behind the desk. I need to be out there with the customers, building relationships and making sure that everyone is having a great time, both customers and employees. So let's get this office work done so we can get out from behind this desk and make things happen today. Every PGA golf professional, just like every professional in business, has to spend a certain amount of time behind the computer. This isn't where we want to be. It's where we need to be. It's vital to the operation. Got to be good at it, have to be experts, but don't get buried behind the computer. If I'm back here for more than an hour a day, I get outside. My staff encourages me to get outside so that I can be out where I need to be, where I'm going to be most effective for the operation, out there with everyone else. One of the many hats that a PGA of America golf professional wears is marketing. So we have to be able to market our events, making sure that our customers know about them. Word of mouth is important, but also posters. Always keep the next event in front of them. We have a Titleist fitting event coming up next month, so we're going to put up that poster, make sure that everyone knows what's going on. QR codes for registration, flyers for them to take with them. Never ends. You have to market these events, multiple locations, many touch points. Always keep it in front of them. We don't want the excuse that someone didn't know about an event. All right, we just got a call that morning shot person can't come in because they're sick. That makes me the morning shot person. PGA golf professionals have to be ready to adapt. Let's get ready to check in those golfers. Multitasking is the name of the game. I had a Zoom call scheduled this morning from 6:30 to 8:30 with some men from my church. I don't want to miss that because it gets things started off in a great way. So I'm going to log in and have an earbud in so I can be listening as I'm taking care of customers, chime in when I can on those little bit of downtimes. So let's get that going too. Yeah, the weather station here. There's one here and there's one over in Pocosin. So sometimes, depending on which half of the property I'm on, it picks up on a different one. But yeah, it's pretty neat. Jerry. Peace. Russ. Dave. Buddy. Hey, Bob. Nate. Jim. Steve. Rick. Tony. Pat. Betty. Jim. Wayne. Dave. And Trish. Joe. Hey, Mona. And Gio. All right. Get my stuff loaded up for the golf lesson. Got a pretty busy day with teaching. Have the Get Golf Ready class later, as well as the PGA Hope. And, well, you never know. Got a new pair of shoes here that I've been asked to try out, so we'll give those a try too. Alright, so my guys are out here picking the range and cutting the range, so just want to check on them and how they're doing. All right, while they're finishing the driving range, I went over and had to readjust some of our security cameras around some of our facilities, and my lesson is here early. However, they're finishing up cutting the driving range, so talked with him for a moment, and we're going to catch up on some emails while we have 10 or 15 minutes and see if anything has come in hot that needs my attention. Otherwise, we'll roll out there for a lesson. One of the very important things I do on the computer is track a lot of key performance indicators, rounds of golf, revenue in certain categories, metrics as far as time of day and demographics. And each day we have to sit down, run a few reports, enter them into some tracking spreadsheets that are tied together to help with offsetting revenues and expenses so that we know how to manage to our bottom line so that we can hit our budget number. Every day myself or my assistant goes in and pulls these reports, updates a spreadsheet that we share together. That helps us with forecasting and budgeting, part of the management side of things. Very important, and numbers that we can watch so we know exactly how to make decisions to do the best for the property and for the Air Force altogether. That's good.
Well, that's what I've been practicing is my irons.
That's great.
Yeah. But that's not what I had trouble with. It's all that other crap.
Well, we're going to pull that other crap out today.
I hate that stuff. That's what
So what is physically different from your 9-iron to this hybrid?
well, length of the shaft.
Okay, yep.
The whole idea that it's a hybrid head.
Yeah, head's very different.
I don't know.
The loft of the club is a lot less too, right?
Right, yeah, because it's
Yeah.
three.
So those are the three things that jump at us right away. It's longer, the head's very different, and a lot less loft. All of those things make it harder to hit. As far as the position your body is in, same through all the clubs. Remember, the less we have to remember, the less we're going to make a mistake. If I can set up here, and then sometimes it's a wedge, sometimes it's a driver, my body's in the same spot. My position here is the same. So that's going to do some, if I'm here with my 9-iron and I get that same position, now the head's way out there. So what a lot of people do that messes them up is they stay there and just go whoop, but I've just brought my arms in.
Step back.
That's right.
Right.
So you want to step back, let the club tell you how far away from the ball to stand. Good. Okay, now because that's moved the ball further away from you because the club is longer, the shaft of the club has gone from an angle like this to an angle like that.
Right.
So that's going to be our indicator of what angle I want to swing the club.
So the arc should mimic the actual...
Correct. So when it's short, the arc is going to be up and down. And those irons are designed to dig. They have that sharp leading edge. It's going to dig into the ground and make these divots.
Yeah, I actually hit one.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't do that, so that just shows
Well,
it's changing.
It is. So now these clubs, they don't have that sharp edge. They're rounded and they have this big bump. That's designed not to dig, but to bounce. So if I'm set up here, and instead of trying to swing this club on that angle, if I try to get it up here where I had that 9-iron, that club, now my arms are coming back into this position. That club, now I'm hitting there, bouncing into it.
I'm using the mentality of the irons even with these things, and that's why it's...
Right. So the physical makeup is going to remind us this one's around. You got this around your body. Look at that.
If you weren't here, I wouldn't be able to
Look
do
at that.
That's the thing.
All right, just got in from the lesson. Grabbing some M&Ms. It's almost lunchtime, but catching up on what I've missed in the computer, return a few phone calls, and then check with our leagues that are finishing up here in a few minutes. I got everything cleaned up with the leagues. They're out. Got a little bit of time on the schedule now. Get outside. 182, cut a 6-iron in here. So when I'm out here playing, taking a look at the conditions of the golf course, see how the greens are rolling, how the ball's setting up in the fairway, how deep the rough is. Do the bunkers, I'll have a good understanding of all of it from the golfer's perspective. So we have to get out and experience what it is the customer is experiencing so that we can feel what they feel. Birdie. I'd say they're rolling pretty. Well, there's a group up on the second green, so we're gonna skip a few holes ahead and see if we can find a group to link up with. Or another thing I try to do when I'm out testing the golf course out is play from different tees other than the tee I normally play from, to make sure that the golfers are getting a good experience no matter what tee box they play from. So here we're on the forward tee. We're going to try to hit a shot that gets us down to somewhere respective of where a golfer playing the forward tees would hit their drive. So again, seeing it from their perspective. So we've come over here to a fairway bunker just to check out, see how the fairway bunkers are playing. All right, not too bad. Oh, got a rock. Let's get that out of here. Oh, and this rake handle's broken. Must have got hit by a mower. We're gonna take that out of play so nobody gets fiberglass hurt. And such a beautiful day, it'd be a shame not to put a line in the water. That'll work. Right. Getting some power behind it. Is it working?
I felt more consistent.
Not missing it left anymore?
Every once in a while.
Yeah.
My miss are more just right now.
Okay. That might be too far left. Hit it good. All right, back in the office now, about 1:40. Eating some leftover bulgogi as we catch up on emails and get ready for the rest of the afternoon. Just finished some merchandising, put some shoes on sale, changed some merchandise displays around, and now we're out to regrip a set of golf clubs. One down, 6 to go. Okay.
Probably be the ones, unless you want ones with nicer cushions.
No, I mean, well, if we have the choice, but if not, they'll do.
Thankfully, it seems like nobody's left their chips in the cup this time. So.
Yeah. It's amazing what they leave in these golf carts. Like, where did you, were you raised in a freaking woods?
I thought I had washed one out all the way the other day, and then I go and I pull it up, everything, and we've gotten gas and everything, and I look in there.
Just spent a little bit of time setting the tent up and getting that ready for tonight's PGA Hope, and going through exactly what I needed done with the outside staff to get ready for the ladies get golf ready class in about 45 minutes, and then to make sure that things were ready for Tim starting the PGA Hope, which I will meet in progress when I'm done with the ladies. So we're shaping up for a great afternoon out here at Eaglewood. Beautiful day. High of about 75, sunshine, light breeze, just exactly what you would want in a day on the golf course. So it's about 3:25 in the afternoon. Just out here on the golf course, checking pace of play, checking on a few groups that are out here that may have given us an indication inside that we need to keep an eye on them. Everything is going very smoothly, very well. Had a busy midday, both in the office and driving around talking to golfers out on the golf course. Try to get out on the golf course like this to just check on play, say hello to everyone, help develop the relationships, have my clubs on the cart, offer some challenges, give away some golf balls, some bottles of water. Just trying to build those relationships and make people enjoy the time that they have here. Every little bit is another step that we can make to do something somebody else doesn't do, or to be the best at something. I've given away so many bottles of water, probably a couple of cases a day on the hot days as I drive around and closest to the pin contest, putt-offs, just stopping each group, talking with them, asking their opinion of how things are going. So to give you a little bit of an idea of some of the things I'm watching when I'm out here monitoring the golf course, not only checking the conditions, making sure everything's fine, making sure nobody needs anything, but also looking at the flow of play when it's busy is extremely important when thinking ahead to how we can more efficiently operate. Where can we do course setup to slow things down at some points so it doesn't get jammed up, or to speed things up at other points for the same reason so it doesn't get jammed up. It also helps us with knowing which holes play faster than others for our pace of play, but also when it comes down to choosing holes for the shotgun in tournaments. If I know that it's going to take longer for a group to get to the hole after a par 5, then that's where I want to double up, instead of just defaulting to let's double up on the par 5s. Par 5s can often play slow. People think that they can hit the green in 2, so they're waiting from 280 yards out after they've hit their drive 240 yards. It doesn't make sense, but we see it all the time. Par 5s, we try to make play long with tournaments. Par 3s, we want to play short. Keep people moving. The less people going for par 5s and 2, the quicker they're going to play. It's strange, but watching golfers play the holes really helps us to determine those things. Superintendent and I come out here, we play ourselves, but we also play with the members, but we're also watching and listening to the golfers as we're out here so that we can see where they're having trouble. Should we cut a fairway differently? Should we maybe change the way a bunker is shaped? What can we do to help increase their enjoyment, but also not take away the character and the difficulty of the golf course? Superintendent and I will ride the golf course once or twice a week together We talked earlier today extensively about several different things going on the golf course, of which I've checked out and asked him for a status report. And most of the time when I go to him, he's already got the information before I have a chance to ask for it. And we'll see the things as we drive around the golf course together. He'll show me what he's working on, and I'll have opportunity to ask questions about certain areas. That's in addition to our management logistics meeting that we have every Thursday morning to go over the events of the next 7-8 days, so that we make sure the golf course is prepped properly, the clubhouse is prepped properly, so that everything's looking its best and everybody's ready and there are no surprises for any department. All the department heads are in those meetings so that we can coordinate exactly what everyone needs to be doing in order to be the best at what we do. Back in the office today, I've talked with human resources, talked about employee classifications, got some IT help from the company that runs our Eaglewood golf course app, coordinated some tournaments with some folks, some retirement ceremonies, promotions, drew up some contracts, helped people try on shoes. Gentleman came in soliciting for prizes for an event that he's having at one of our sister courses down the street. And swing tips, oh my goodness, swing tips every day. Give swing tips. That's part of what a PGA golf professional does. I've given out tips today on how to putt on fast greens. Why am I pulling my wedges to the left? Why am I slicing my driver to the right? Bad line on short putts, can't seem to get it online. The takeaway with the driver, where is it supposed to be at waist high? The positions, how hard should I swing? What's the proper grip pressure I should have at different parts of the swing? Those are just a small sampling of some of the swing tips that I've been asked about today, but glad to give them. Glad to give them. Booked a series of golf lessons after one of the conversations using the PGA Coach app, getting that out to so many people. They have access directly to my schedule. I'll put a QR code right here that you can scan and have direct access to my schedule and book a lesson online. You know exactly when I'm available to give the lessons. The times I'm not, I'm in meetings like we've talked about today, talking with golfers, driving around. I got the best job in the world. I'm out here outside on a beautiful day helping people have fun. Why would I not want to do that? And I get on top of that, I get to serve our men and women who serve our military. That is just, the whipped cream with the cherry on top. Golf business, serving our military. Doesn't get much better than that. We're going to have a great afternoon of clinics, Get Golf Ready with the women coming up, as well as PGA Hope with some of our veterans. Each of the classes have 12 people signed up, and we are really excited to get people introduced to this wonderful game of golf. But until then, I'm going to enjoy taking a little rest here and watching some good golf by a lot of people enjoying themselves on the golf course this afternoon. We're going to slide this other one down, and then those first two fingers that touch,
that's right,
we're going to interlock.
And this one's in the middle.
Yep. Hit the ball, get it up, get it out, hit it the perfect distance, but if it's not where we want it to go, it can still end up in a bad place, right? So how we set up to the ball is extremely important. There are some markers that we can use on our... So now we're over here joining the PGA Hope program that's already in progress. They're about a half an hour in, and let's join them for the last hour and a half. Goes left, chances are you're here.
I'm out to the side.
That one, you were nice and high, hands up towards the top of your head, above your ear.
Mm-hmm.
So show me the top of your backswing. Okay, feel that there. What do you feel? Do you feel something in your wrists, your arms, your shoulders, your hip? What do you feel? Oh, it's tracking. Look at this.
Wow.
Oh.
Birdie,
Nice.
that's a tap-in eagle. He's trying.
All right, let me
He's
can I borrow yours?
trying.
Yes, sir. You got a ball?
Oh,
Oh, I don't know. I think
you
that's good for second place.
You didn't mark it.
I still have it, but Andy's gonna do it though.
That's short. There we have it. A day in the life of a PGA of America Master Professional. A lot going on. Put in, you know, what is it, 7 o'clock now? Put in almost about 14 hours. Now, granted, every day is not like today. Wednesdays are just a busy day because of the late clinics. Today we started early, but we like to start early. It's the best time of the day. But spent the day helping people have a good time. What better job is that than this? Everybody is here because they want to be here, and we get to help them have fun. So I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned a little bit. If you have any questions about something I didn't cover, or maybe a question about something I did, feel free to leave me a comment, send me an email. But until next time, we'll see you out on the golf course. Thanks a lot.